Hey there, e-bike fans. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the Wsdcam Bike Alarm. It's a 2-pack that I got. You can actually get it in singles. At the time of this video, it runs for $30.99. I was able to get it on the Amazon Prime Day for about $25, but this pack has 2 alarms, so basically you can even get a single for about $16 or $17 a piece. The big question is this worth getting for your bike? For me, it's a big peace of mind type of element because my garage is separated from my house. This way, if somebody's tampering on my bike, I can actually hear them, hopefully get down and run down to see what's going on with my bike. But without something that's telling me someone's tampering their bike, it doesn't give me an opportunity to go and stop anybody from stealing it. So this way, peace of mind for a bike alarm for me, yes, it is actually something that's worthwhile for me. Now, statistically, I've heard from other security, and you've maybe heard it when I did the bike lock review, that about 60% of bikes are stolen from people's houses, their residents, not out on the streets or not, at schools where you mostly think all the bikes are being stolen from. So even at home, I just want a place where I can go ahead and have a little extra peace of mind by using an alarm on top of this. Now, this Wsdcam, here's some of the tech spec. It's 113 decibels. There's 7 levels of sensitivity on this bike. We will be going through each and every single feature on it quickly through the video, so you'll know how to even use it, how to set it. There's 3 levels of volume control on it. It is also IP55 waterproof, which means you can leave it on your bike even during the rain. Don't submerge it, but you can actually not have to worry about it once it's put on your bike about water destroying it. It uses 3 AAA batteries. I'm going to actually show you how to go ahead and open up the case as well. Look at the batteries. Now, you do not need to open this up. It does come with batteries when you're installing it, so all you have to do is pull out that little tab that actually stops the current from flowing for the batteries, and the alarm is actually ready to work. You can just go ahead and start using it. Each of these units can actually have multiple remotes hooked up to it as well, so that's another great feature for it. And it's about a 60-foot range, I believe, that you can actually reach out to and have it chirp for you and arm and disarm. So there's a lot of great features to a really inexpensive security product. Now, don't forget, bike alarms are not going to necessarily stop someone from stealing your bike. It will attract attention to hopefully deter a thief from trying to take it, but it's not like a lock where it's actually securing your bike. It's just really a motion detection noise detector. It does not have a perimeter, so it has to actually have vibrations on the bike. But it's actually really darn cool for the price that you get. So this is something I actually do recommend getting. I got 2 because my BlackBird is coming in. Those of you who follow the channel, my BlackBird should be here in about 2 to 3 weeks. It's already hit the ports of the United States, and it's just going to be sent out by Bolton as soon as they get it. And hopefully within 2 to 3 weeks, I have my bike and I'll have an alarm already ready to go. So if you have multiple bikes, it's a great, inexpensive, like I said, security device for you to think about doing. And before we move on, don't forget to like and subscribe with the links below. I'll have the description to this product and all the other things that I have, the accessories that I put on my bikes, all in the description as well below. Those are affiliate links, so I do get paid, and I appreciate the support of the channel from all the purchases made through those links as well. So let's get started and show you what the Wsdcam alarm is all about. Okay, so this is the unboxing of the Wsdcam Bike Alarm. It's a 2-pack, and basically what you get for $24.79 is what I got mine for. With tax was $27.15, so it's like $12 or $13 per unit in this package that comes in here. And you basically, it's for motorcycle, bicycle, anti-theft. And I was thinking, how good can a $12 unit really be? So what I decided to do is, it's not going to be a primary source of security. It's going to be a secondary or a deterrent, more so than anything else. But I was actually very pleasantly surprised at how good this thing really is. So instead of your regular unboxing and packing it and just people showing it on the bike, I'm actually going to show you the insides and the whole thing, take it apart. I actually went through the whole unit itself. So this is what it looks like when you get it. It comes with, this is the alarm, and it has one of those little tabs to protect where the battery is. There's 3 AAA, and I'll show you that too. This is the remote, already has a battery in it as well. And in the packaging itself, your instructions. But on top of that, you also get tools that you need for it. So here you have your double-sided stick tape so that it can be stuck on here and mounted to your bike if you want to double-side stick tape it on. It comes with a little, what they call a shim to open up the unit, and I'll be showing you that as well. Also came with 2 zip ties, which is very handy. So you don't really need any tools other than what comes with it, which is this here. And you don't really even need to use this unless you need to change the battery. So you're basically going to put this away, but you can unscrew the bottom here. And I'm going to show you the battery section here. But you don't even need to really do that if you want to get started. You can just pull this out and from here, just the way it is, and you're ready to just install it, put it on your bike. And since it's a motion sensor, anywhere that, you know, they have some suggested places that you can attach it to your bike. And I'm going to show you what it looks like attached to mine, but you know, it has like install locations where either under a basket, under your seat. I wouldn't recommend that on a Lectric because basically someone can just take off the seat. It's a quick release, but then you also put on your rack, and I'm going to actually install mine on the rack, but there's multiple places you can stick this. I am going to show you also what it looks like on the inside. You can use this or your own screwdriver. I would recommend using your own screwdriver, and the reason being is a bigger screwdriver like this fits well. They give you a cheap free one that goes in. It doesn't fit as well, and it can actually strip your unit. But once that's off here, then you can just use either the shim itself, which is not as easy as it looks, but you can just, I mean, I've already done it a few times to go ahead and see what it's like, but you just kind of pop around here. Don't want to force it because it's just plastic clips on the inside. Go around here, and it just kind of pops open there. Of course, being a little careful, don't again force anything because again, there's only plastic clips on the inside that are holding it still. And it pops open. And of course, like I said, this can easily be pulled out while it's installed. Once you do that, it actually is telling you that it's now arming itself. So you'll hear that when you do it. Basically, just pop this back together. And again, you don't need to take off this cover in order to do it. This only to go ahead and change the battery out. Put the screw back in here. And then we're just going to go ahead and screw this back in. And it's ready to go. So with that, when you press this big one here, this is the arm. And actually I have I'm going to put a piece of tape because it is very loud. And let's disarm it. Okay, so this is just some duct tape so to keep it quieter. So here's how it works. Basically, you hit that, it gives you a beep, it waits a few seconds, and that tells you that it's armed. So that way you have about 5 seconds for the bike to settle in its place. If something shakes it, that gives a warning so that if somebody comes by your bike and they actually have to shake it or bump it, it tells them that now if somebody bumps it again in a few times, then the alarm will go off. So that's basically the whole setting and how it works in itself. And it's already set, good to go right as soon as you get out of the box. You just have to tie it to your bike. Now, I want to go over some of the settings that's also on here. So there's this little bell icon here. Okay, so you have this little bell icon here. If you click that, it just kind of tells you where your bike is. Like if it's a whole row of bikes and you're trying to find it, it'll also just kind of give it or if someone's near your bike and you just kind of want to give them a warning, you could do that as well. So that's actually one of the things that you can do with that here. The other thing you can do is you can also set, it has 7 different, so let's go ahead and take a look here. It has 7 levels of sensitivity, and it also has 3 different levels of volume that you can set it to. And the way you do that is, okay, so this is the arm. You wait 5 seconds, it'll give a secondary beep. That tells you that it's armed if something shakes it. And of course, if we shook it again within like 20 seconds, it'll actually go off. If it goes off, you can just disarm it by hitting that. So it's a arming and disarming. And it's a very clear tone, just like how a car remote works. Now, if you want to go ahead and make adjustments to the actual volume itself, then you can actually do that by doing the following, holding down the unlock button. It'll give a few beeps. And once it lights up, then it's going ahead and telling you it's ready to make adjustments. And you can do this. Okay, so there's 7 different levels of sensitivity. Every time it gets a higher tone, then it tells you that that's a different level. So I'm going to set it to the probably 4th level of sensitivity. I'll wait till it gets to the lowest tone. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do level 5 sensitivity, 5. And that will leave it there at setting. Now, the unlock is to turn on and off the setting. So if we want to go ahead and set the volume, we can do the same thing by holding down the unlock. Once it turns back on, now it's ready to tune. Now we can use the bell at the bottom and you'll hear the different volume levels. Loudest, medium, soft. Loud, medium, soft, and then I'll probably put it to the medium. So let's go 1 and the medium there. So that's the 3 different levels. And of course I have a piece of tape on. It is really loud without that tape, but that's to let you know that that's the different ways you can do it. And just hit the unlock, and that actually sets it to level 5 sensitivity and a medium volume. Now, if I want to go ahead and change the different ringtones, I just use the lightning bolt. That's a 3rd one. So there's 3 different ringtones that I can choose. So this is the Wsdcam alarm system. And now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and install it on the bike, and I can show you what that looks like, and some different maybe areas that you can put if you have electric, or wherever you want to put it, you have it. Now don't forget, this does come with 2 kits. It's exactly the same here. So you have 2 different, and the reason why I got 2 kits is because I will be getting a second bike. And let's go ahead and set it up on another bike there. For my needs, what I decided to do is I'm going to actually use the long strips, but I'm going to actually use 2 extra zip ties as well to fasten it to it. But the ones that come with this are really long, so that you can actually do around like the frame. Since I decided to use the rack to attach mine, I'm going to do a rack mount. I'm going to be mounting it on first, and then actually using extra zip ties that I actually have, and I'll be putting it on here because of the crate that I use and I attach to this. I wanted to make sure that I actually use something that put it in an area that it's going to be hidden when they have the crate on, but also will not get in the way of my installing and uninstalling my crate. So I'm not going to tighten it all the way yet. Okay, then I'm going to get 2 other zip ties. Unfortunately, I don't have black, but I do have these white ones, which will work just fine. Okay, and with that we'll cut these off. And with that, we have our alarm set. We can arm it. And disarm it. Okay, so I'll probably end up getting some more black zip ties, just so that it looks a little better than what it does. Okay, my crate is back on. Again, the alarm is ready. Doing a simple set. Somebody touches the bike.